Not
By
yet.
the time we're done, you're all going to think you've been to East Africa a little bit because it's just like Africa out there.
Assalomu alaykum barchaga. Biz hozir San Diegodagi safari eng katta hayvonot
And here we
bog'idamiz.
go. Here we go. Gentlemen, let me have you have your mask on up over your nose, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Nose. Thank you. Yeah. It's not my rule. It's the park's rule.
No.
So I gotta follow their rules. Look, it takes a whole village to raise a safari park, doesn't it? By the way, that building is the guest services and the lost and found. So if you lose something today, that's where you'll find it. That's the building that Jason and I work out of, but we don't have phones or desks or computers. This is our office. Okay? Thank you. I like the view, huh? Garage with fire trucks, water trucks, dump trucks, tow trucks. We got it all. A bunch of mechanics to fix everything. A lot of administrators work out of that building, so I call that the Ivory Tower. That's our Ivory Tower. And this building here on the left side is our shipping and receiving department. We don't just receive these critical shipments of beer kegs here. We actually send out up to 300 tons
San
a
Franciscodan
year
San Diegoga
of
keldik.
plants that we
Kecha.
grow right here to zoos
Bugun
all
hozir biz
over North America.
juda ham bir
So
katta
we have
safari
zoo animals
parkdamiz.
all over our great
Virtual
country,
emas,
maybe
real.
in your hometown as well.
Afrikaga borib
And
kelamiz. Bu
hey.
yerda sherlar, karkidonlar,
And I mean, look at all the hay
katta
over here in that
hayvonlar
building. We have 3 different kinds of hay that we feed our herbivores.
Nima desam buni?
Scientific word alert. Does anybody on
50
board
yillar
know what
bo'lgan,
an
72 yillar
herbivore is?
ochilgan bu park. Har yili 2 millionga yaqin odam keladi. 2 million. Juda katta ko'rsatish. Bugun endi yakshanba, bugun ko'pchilik kelgan bu yerga.
It's an animal that only eats plants, right? Yeah, you're right. Herbivores
Bu
only
biz
eat
nimaga
plants.
safariga
I'm sorry, sir. I can't have you talk the whole time because I'll be giving instructions and things
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Usually we put our phones on airplane mode or silent or vibrate, but you can video. That's fine, but I just can't have a conversation going at the same time. I got a couple of Osha rules for us, and they love me when I talk about this right up front. Let's stay seated while we're on the pavement, but once we get out into the field, you're welcome to stand up and move around to your heart's content. Kids are welcome to be on the benches on their knees, but not standing. And please do not find your hands between the slats, especially on the sides, because we pass really closely to the gates as we move in and out of the field. I have a cooler full of filtered ice water here for you guys if you don't have your own water, and I also have a rack of paper cups here in case you get thirsty. If you like elephants, look over there. Yeah, that's where our African elephants live. We currently have 9
What?
African elephants.
Fil. Oh, ana fil. Afrika fillar.
As you see, they have their own exhibit yard, so you'll have to walk over here and view them on foot when you want to see them close. In the field we're going into, elephants wouldn't work out well out there because they're so huge. How would you ever get close to them or get away from them if you wanted to? But we're going to meet some amazing rhinos and giraffe and all kinds of amazing ungulates today. I know you're excited about that, right? You guys know what ungulates are? Ungulates? What's an ungulate? Oh, you're all going to know in a few minutes, so don't worry. I like to plant a seed and watch it grow. This is the longest continuous zip line in the lower 48 states. This is the practice line right here. So if you ride the zip, I'm not sure if it's running today. I haven't seen the trucks move, so it might be too windy for the zip line to work today. But it's 2/3 of a mile long. This is the practice line. And then this is the balloon safari experience. I do believe this is working today. Yes, it is. That takes you 400 feet straight up into the air. Get an incredible view of the entire San Pasqual Valley. Notice there's no furnace on board. It's not a hot air balloon. It's a giant helium balloon. Yeah, tethered to the earth with a steel cable.
Juda katta ekan.
It's free. This is the elevator structure. So do me a favor, don't ever walk up that hill today, okay? Use the elevators. You'll save our stairs. There's only 72 of them. I've counted. Believe me. Did you know the safari park is 1,800 acres large? You could fit 18 Disneylands right here within our borders. That's a lot of
18
Disneyland.
Disneyland saat
Ever
yaptı
been to
bu yerga.
Disneyland? Were you
732
really
gektar.
tired when you were done? Don't be 18 Disneyland's tired today. Use the elevator here. By the way, down here is the African Woods. This is where the Africa Tram station is. The Africa Tram is a free event for you. It's complimentary with your admission ticket. That's where the station is right down there. The tram is a 30-minute long train ride that takes you around the South African Field exhibit. We're not going over there, so you'll see new animals when you take the tram today. You can also take snacks and drinks and stuff with you on the tram if you want. These are the African woods down here, and you'll see Cape vultures and giant antelopes and things like that. And I'm sorry, sir, we do need to stay seated until we get out to the field just because of that. You never know when somebody will jump out from under us. When you come down here to the African woods, over here is where the okapi lives. And the okapi is the closest living relative to the giraffe. I don't see her, but she's over there somewhere, I bet you. Maybe she's on her way out. If you've never seen an okapi, it looks like a giant brown horse wearing zebra yoga pants. So it's pretty interesting. Hey, you know, many people don't know this, but the second largest veterinary facility in the entire world is located just on the other side of that little hill right here on the grounds of the safari park. The largest facilities in China.
Is it part of the TV show The Zoo anymore? The San Diego, the TV show The Zoo?
Oh, yeah.
Do they hear too, or is it just San Diego?
No, they film both. Yeah, they film all over. Yeah. Yeah, I'll point out some of the places they come here to film.
Movie stars.
Yeah, so, hello, who would have known? On that side of the truck, if I didn't know better, don't look at that circular saw or that chop saw. But if I didn't know better, I would swear this is a scene straight out of the Okavango Delta in Botswana during flood season. Wouldn't you? I mean, I've never been, but it's kind of looks just like that, right? Actually, they just did a bunch of trimming out here, so it looks pretty sparse right now. It used to be really wonderfully overgrown and crazy.
Xo'p, San-Diegoda, safarida, hayvonot
Here we go through our
bog'idamiz.
second set of Predator.
Amerika viza, yana bilet, yana kelgandan keyin $100 pul sarflamayman desangiz bemalol shu
Maybe on a
jonli
movie you
efirda
might have seen.
tomosha qilishingiz mumkin. Inshaalloh tekinga chiqadi.
That's it. We get all kinds of migratory birds stop over here on their way down to South America and back. And they stop over and hang out for a few weeks and then they're gone.
Xo'p, bizga shu karkidon kelsa bitta
So
shoxlab
the
hujum
predator
qilsa.
gates, that's the term they used in Jurassic Park.
Uh-huh.
And just like Jurassic Park, rumor has it that Michael Crichton got the idea for his story from us after he learned about our frozen zoo that we have. We have the DNA of thousands of animals cryogenically frozen and stored right here at our Institute for Conservation Research.
Xo'p.
Doesn't that sound like mad scientist?
Yura davriga sayohat degan kinoni ideyasini chetdan olib ketgan deyapti. Agar adashmayotgan bo'lsam. Ya'ni o'sha
What is that? Mandua. A little anteater. Oh, she's eating out of her hand.
No, I don't know. No.
How fun. Okay, guys, I'll get you to sit down again until we get out.
Sit in again.
Get a little bumpy through here. Thank you. Hey, you see that building over there? The Kitacon Rhino Rescue Center. Ever heard of the northern white rhino?
Yeah.
How many of them are left?
We don't know. Two. What?
Two northern white rhinos left on planet Earth. Guess what? They're not here. They're in Africa. 24-hour-a-day armed guard. Northern and southern white rhinos.
Dunyoda ikkita shimoliy karkidon qo'ygan ekan, dunyo bo'yicha 2 dona. Afrikada ekan. Voy jirafalar.
Just buried the two together. Here's the challenge. There's 20,000 southern white rhinos. That's who we're going to see today. There's only 2 northern white rhinos left on planet Earth. Those females,
Flamingo.
water, they're not able to reproduce. That's it. But guess what? There's good news, because there's always good news here. Remember the frozen zoo? Here's what we're doing. We're 9 years into this 15-year plan. We've thawed out the DNA for the northern white rhino. We've grown that into stem cells. pretty soon we're going to do an in vitro process to create northern white rhino baby embryos. Then we'll implant those embryos in the beginning for the first generation or two into southern white females to act as surrogates. Through that process, we project that within only another 5 years or so, we'll be having northern white rhinos being born right here at the safari park, saving them from man-made extinction. And guess what?
Great.
None of that would even have been possible if you guys hadn't decided to visit us today. So thank you so much for being here. That means a lot for us to have you here. Makes all of this happen. So,
O'zingizga rahmat.
Why are you going to use a southern
Ya'ni
rhino?
u ikkita shimoliy
because there's only two and those two females.
karkidon qolgan ekan. Uni urug'ini olib bir narsa qilib ko'paytirib olamiz. Sizlar kelganlarga rahmat. Hissa qo'shyapsizlar. Mana shu olinayotgan pullar Xudo xolasa tabiatni, hayvonot olamini asrab qolishga ishlatamiz, deyapti.
I got a couple for you guys. We're going to get real close to some big animals, but don't be anxious because our animals would never try to be mean to us or our truck. Tip number 2, on the continent of Africa, and that's where we are now, there's over 70 different kinds of antelope and only one kind of deer. So everything out here you might want to guess is a deer of some sort, don't bother. They're all antelopes. Just thought I'd get that out of the way.
Okay.
All right. Got one more gate to get through, and then we are in East
I
Africa.
think in the next 5 years, those northern white rhinos.
Sharqiy Afrikaga yuramiz hozir. Okay.
Yeah, so here's the way it'll work. You know, we can't use that pressure.
Chegaradan o'tyapmiz hozir.
Exactly what we're doing. A rhino's reproductive system is like a roller coaster inside females. So it's very complex. They spend a lot of time
Siz
mapping the
tushuntirib
genomes
turing-a?
and everything. Here's what we'll do. The first generation will be carried by southern white rhinos, and then hopefully a female will come out of that first generation. That would make things go a little easier and faster. But this is going to be a captive, human cared for animal for some time way into the future until they become viable enough to release them. What happened was, back in the 1930s, the governments down in the south part of Africa all got together and started trying to protect the southern white rhino. The governments up in the north part of Africa never got it together with each other, so it was never protected. That's why they went so. And even 50 years ago, their numbers had shrunken so small, they'd entered into what we call a genetic bottleneck, which means they were basically interbreeding, which means not just their health, but their reproductive health down. So now that we know how we're doing this and what we're doing, there's never been a white rhino born from artificial insemination before. I'm sorry, let me get you to sit down. I'm just about to let you get up. And you're clear, Jason. It looks like these guys are headed out. Yeah, you're clear. And you can stand up now. So now that we're inside, you can stand. You guys are welcome to stand up now. You may be on the benches on your knees if you like, guys. You can. Oh, no. Yeah, I wish you could. Throw you right out there. We'll have enough females that have been born that they can now start to carry.
I just saw me laughing.
Would they consider releasing it in Africa and seeing, or those are two genetically?
They're two different. Yeah, they're like more different.
Or even the north. I mean, if you're artificial insemination ends up you get a male.
Right. Oh,
put it
Ben,
out
yes,
into wild?
Ben will probably start using him, but there's not anybody for him to reproduce with yet.
So the two that are in the
No,
wild,
they will
two-
never be able to carry a one mother and daughter. Mother's about
Yeah, yeah.
16 maybe, or something, and the daughter's about 8. You guys are welcome to stand up again if you like. You may be on the benches on your knees. Don't be too territorial with your seating position. You can move around. Don't be shy. Sometimes you're going to want to get up and go find the
Is
closest.
this not the same route?
Melman.
No, the tram. Actually, you see this hill? On the other side of that hill, we have a whole second valley just as big as this one, and that's what the tram goes through.
Right, but the tram goes around the same part that you're going into?
No, it's in the other valley on the other side. This is where you see the cart safaris. Golf carts. So they use this road around this hill there. On the other side.
Amerikadan o'rganadigan narsalarimiz bor ekan bitta ikkita. Ya'ni odamlarda muomalasi doim tabassum qilib turishi.
You're going to see Rothschild and reticulated giraffe.
Oho, kiyiklar. Deer deydi, deer.
Down here in the shade are some Thompson's Gazelle. Those are the cheetah's favorite entree items on the menu today. Cheetahs love Thompson's Gazelle for all the wrong reasons. Notice they're black and white. They got black and white on them. Why do so many animals have black and white on them? Remember, most mammals don't see color like us humans do. They see in grayscale or shades of black and white. If you see in grayscale the two most distinct colors, solid black and solid white, so everybody can see your patterns if you have them.
Biz inshaalloh bugun Los Anjelesga o'tamiz.
That is a termite
Keyin
mound, fake
Texasga
termite
o'tishimiz
mound.
mumkin. Undan keyin Orlando,
We use it for a giraffe feeder.
Orlandodan Nyu-Yorkga qarab yuramiz.
Yeah, you know, in Africa,
Washington
the
DCga
termites live
kirib
underground
o'tishimiz
and
bor.
they excavate
Janubiy
huge
Shimoliy
tunnel
Karolina.
systems. And when each termite comes to the surface with a grain of sand, when they deposit it, I guess their saliva turns it into concrete. So those termite mounds end up being solid structures like a rock. Oh, Ugandan cob, a male antelope. You'll never see another one in person. We're one of only 2 facilities outside of Africa that have that particular antelope. We're constantly probably getting new animals. I'm not necessarily sure about new species. Now, probably the most recent species we're really concentrating on hard is the Javan banting. It's a wild forest cow that lives on the island of Java. I'll point them out to you if we get a chance to see them up in the Asian field. Yeah, I know. There's so many things I've never heard of. Oh, look up here on the right, on the hill to the right. Remember I said there's only one deer that lives in Africa? There she is, the red Barbary deer. That's those reddish-looking critters. Now you'll notice there's another gold.
Afrikada faqat shunaqa
guy
kiyiklar bor
with
ekan.
horns. That's another one of those Ugandan cob that we saw. And there's another male up there with horns. He's an antelope. But we're looking at the ones with no headgear. Those are deer. The red Barbary deer. The only ones
Shoqi bor erkak.
Here we are going to meet up with some, don't confuse these with your Chevy Impala. These are your Kenyan Impalas. And
Oldiga kelarkanmiz.
everybody.
O't-put olmabdilar, ijarafiga berardim.
Hey, do you notice any brown patches on the Impala's ankles?
Qarg'a.
Especially the hind legs. Brown patches.
Bembi. Mah. Tez kel.
Oh, by the way, folks, I have a cooler full of filtered.
Qo'chaqlar, men keldim.
In case you get thirsty. And I got those cups here. Do you notice brown patches on the ankles of the antelope? Those are scent glands. Next time you're watching one of the nature shows and you see the impala jumping across the grasslands, watch really closely because when they're really alarmed, mid-jump, they can kick their hind legs out behind them, causes those scent glands
Wait.
to open. Shoots out a big stink bomb that everybody can smell, and it means you better get moving, bro, because the lions are after us again.
Bo'g'irsoq. Eshitdaman. Salom O'zbekistonliklar deb qo'y.
That's a little boy. In this species, only the boys have horns. Antelope horns are permanent.
Aytdimi? Faqat erkagini shoqi bo'ladi.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's not ready yet, though. He's a little too young still. I've been here about 6 months.
İnsanlardan boshqa hamma mahluqotlarni erkak chiroyli bo'ladi. Moda nardida o'sha erkak chiroyliroq bo'ladi. İnsoniyatda ayol kishi chiroyli beradi degan.
You know what? I enjoy my job.
Mana nihoyat biz Madagaskar filmidagi Melbourne oldiga kelyapmiz. qirlari biz qirlarga o'xshaydi ekan.
We're gonna go see. Is it 4 days, Jason? Hey, Jason, is it 4 days old? Yep. Notice the neighbors are over here. It's a little girl.
See the baby?
Yeah, she's tiny, isn't she? But she looks tiny, but guess what? She's about 6 feet tall. That is the mom. She's standing right by, and she's getting ready to drink some milk. Oh, there she goes.
What's the average giraffe?
Average, I'm sorry. Height of these giraffes is about 18 feet.
18 feet bo'lsa 6 metr bo'ladi.
So the mom giraffe over here with
Yeah,
the
well,
baby,
yeah,
she's
it's
about
house
18
again.
feet tall. How long would you say?
Yashaydigan joy bu garaj yoki hojatxona.
That's a good guess. The baby is only 6 feet tall. How long would her tongue be?
Bolasi, kichkina bolasi
Here's the trick.
2 metr ekan.
A giraffe
Bu o'zi
has
6 metr
one
ekan.
tongue for every foot of height. Yeah, so a
Iyi,
6 foot
kattaligini
tall
qarang.
giraffe has a 6
Jirafa bilan tuyaga bir
16
boshqacha
foot tall giraffe and all that.
mo'jiza ko'zini qarayapti. Kattaligiga qarang.
Baby giraffe. 4 kunlik ekan jirafa.
Bolasi 4 kunlik ekan, qo'y.
Bolasi 4 kunlik.
Bitta zo'r statistika bor edi. Statistika emas, ma'lumot.
Yeah. Could we let these kids climb in over
course,
here?
yeah, yeah.
Bring you over here, guys.
Come, guys. Come here. Jirafam bolasi tug'ilgan paytda shu 2 metrdan tushar ekan. Yerga.
Tilini aytadi, tili anaqa bo'ladi, uzun bo'lar ekan. Tili bilan tortib yeydi barglarga.
Ha.
O'sha
Tili uzun bo'lsa ham
tilini o'lchasa ham
kam
bo'ladi.
gapirar ekan, yaxshi ekan.
Ayniqsa ayollarniki uzunroq bo'ladi.
Ha, ayol. Jirafa, Alloh taolo mo'jizasi, qarang.
No,
This
one was born about 4 days ago.
Ot desangiz otga o'xshamaydi.
This one maybe only be 3 days ago. We had
Tuya
one
desangiz
about
tuyaga
4 days
o'xshamaydi.
ago. So they were born within a day of each other. That other little one is being hand reared right now at the hospital. So mom and baby.
Melbourne. İşte o'tira.
Oh, and you see the other little one? This is Nane. She's only about 8 months.
Na qarang, bizni hozir biz o'tirgan mashinada balandda shu. Emas baland.
This rail on the side of the truck is about 7 feet.
Mana 8 oylikmi? Mana shu hozir kelayotgan
8 oylik. Narigi 4 kunlik bu 8 oylik.
4 kunlik bu 8 oylik. Shu tez o'sarkanda.
8 oylik bir marta turadi.
Probably
Uni
about
qiziq savol berdik. Jirafadan so'rash kerak uni dedi.
You know, giraffe.
Shirinligiga qarang. Kichkinaligiga qarang.
Aslida shu.
Yeah. And in human care, we might keep them till maybe 50, but that's about as long as they will ever live.
50?
No, I'm sorry, 20.
Oh.
Yeah. Mid-teens in the wild, 20.
Onasi mana shu.
They only get an extra few years.
How old is the mom?
The mom, hey Jason, how old is Yamakwani? I'm going to say she's going on 7 years old.
Onasi 7 kirib.
And mom is the one on the far left. Look at mom's chest. She has the LA Dodgers logo on her chest, doesn't she?
Hammasi bir tarafga qarab qoldi, o'ylanib, tinchmi?
See the capital A, and then there's a little L. You got to use your imagination. Hey guys, if you have a really super duper camera, zoom in as close as you can and take a picture of the side of a giraffe. As close as you can get it, fill your entire viewfinder with nothing but spots from top to bottom and left to right. And tonight when you get home, use your Photoshop program
Screenshot qilib olasiz.
and use what's left over as a giraffe feather frame for your amazing safari picture.
Now say cheese. Look at mommy.
It's tough to do with the cell phone.
I don't know, of all of us, you might be the one
I know,
doing
but I'll
it.
show you.
Bir oyda
If you get a good one, you have to
Bitta zo'rni saytaymi? Shogat aka. Bu daraxt bor-ku, ramziy daraxt ekan, chirib ketgan. O'tni shoxni bog'lab qo'yar ekanda, shoxni zanjir bilan bog'lab qo'ydi. Har safar yangi men aytdim, yeb qo'ysa keyin qayerdan ovqatlanadi deyman.
you know, giraffe.
Sherka
Oladigan joy ekan-da bu.
ha, endi pastga egila olmaydi bular.
Everybody knows about elephants and rhinos. Not many people realize we're losing giraffe.
Bu shox deb bo'lgandan keyin yangi shox topib kelar ekan. Voy, mana shu kesa zo'r bo'lardi
They're being
ko'rishib.
hunted primarily right now.
O'zbekistonliklarga salom deb.
Siz olib kelyapti yo.
There's so many
Kesin,
starving
kesin.
and
Kelay.
impoverished people on the continent.
Body of water.
إلى الإبل كيف خلقت.
The same place?
We have a water hole over there for them.
Yeah.
And then when you go on the tram, we have a big pond.
Oldimiz o'tib ketyapti. Kattalarga qarayman.
Yeah.
Mah.
Oh, no,
Teska,
it's
teska.
all the way over to the pond, but that might be the body of water you're thinking of.
O'tim yo'q edi-da.
Drink with their legs spread out, right?
Yeah. So this is Khaleesi, a cousin, and mom went over there to make sure the baby's doing
Bu
okay.
onasi ekan, bu bolachasi.
So mom gives birth to
Shirinligini,
him enough.
kichkinagina.
That's about a 6-foot drop to the ground. But don't worry, baby giraffe comes out like Superman. And its head is Superman, yeah, Superwoman, thank you, yes. And the head is as long as the front legs. So by the time she gets about halfway out,
Menga juda jiddiy qarayapti buni kattasi.
she was totally sound. Yeah, she's trying with mom's best friend Siri.
Voy, onasi bu ekan-ku, men bunisi deb. Mana hozir yemayapti.
She's like, I'll just let her figure it out for herself. There's none in there. Hey, look what mom's doing.
Now she's like, go away.
Look what mom's doing. She's
Qaysi?
chewing her cud, and she's chewing those leaves.
Hozir qarab turganmi?
Look at the hooves.
Bolasi
You
adashib
notice
qoladi.
Men ham hayron
in
bo'ldim.
front of the hooves? Guess what that makes her?
Mehr berganda bunisi onasi deb tursam, to'g'ri ekan.
What? That's what we call it.
Yosh bola ham hali tug'ilganiga 3-4 kun o'tdi shunga.
And there's only two kinds. Odd-toed ungulates like rhinos and the entire horse family and tapirs. But everything else with hooves is an even-toed ungulate, like these giraffes.
Ona mehribon bo'ladi, qarang. Bolasi orqasida qolgan.
Their food. Did you see Yamakani just swallow a big mouthful of stuff? Now, if you watch long enough, oh, that little Khaleesi, she's being a little brat, isn't she? Oh, here comes the baby.
Voy, yugurishini qarang, sekinlashtirgan alinga o'xshaydi.
Just gonna sit still for a moment. And here comes baby's mom to the rescue, Yamakani. I think she's going to the rescue. Yeah, she's like, oh, should I really cross this creek or not?
No.
Onani ko'ngli bolada, bolani ko'ngli dalada degan shu bo'ladi. Qaytjang, ey.
Giraffes out here are girls right now. No males out here. Have you ever seen giraffes throwing their heads at each other on the nature shows? Only male giraffes do that. So male giraffes
Yugurishini qarang, sekinlashtirgan alinga o'xshaydi. O'zi bu.
called the horns.
So'ra.
Females don't use their horns for anything. They're just decorations. They're just accessories.
Ha, tezroq ketmasak, onasiga borib bir narsa qiladi bizni.
Hi, Yamakani.
Know her name?
That's her name, Yamakani.
Voy, oldimiz o'tadi. Mana,
Yeah.
eski.
He's kind of so out of the speaker. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That wasn't that happy though.
Missed opportunity deyapti. Muhodarlar shon qilib kirsangiz Instagramda bor.
Notice they swing both legs at the
Voy,
same
ne
time.
yugurishini.
Not sure if I mentioned that.
No.
Oh, that little baby's getting all frisky now.
Shirak degan multfilmni aytadi. Bu yerlarda mazza qilib shataloq otib jet qilsa bo'lar ekan deydi.
Did you know giraffes don't have any front teeth on top? None of them do. Imagine how easy it'd be to slip your tongue in and out with no top teeth in front. But they've got big horse teeth on the bottom.
Mana joyini topding.
Way out. And there she's nursing. Now might be a good chance to get that.
Taqirdoq kiyinglar biz ham
body
bitta.
shot if you're on a cell phone. Did I mention we've had over 180 giraffes?
Zirafani suti bilasizmi?
Now, see mom
40
chewing?
kasalga
Look, she got a
Shunday,
big mouth.
shirafa bilan kenguru sutini juda maqtashadi.
You see the water go all
Buni
the
deb
way
emgisi
down
kelib
the
ketdi.
throat.
Opasi
Then you'll see
keldi
her
yo.
tummy do a little explosion.
Voy,
Water
yugurishini.
come all the way back up and fill her cheeks again.
Nima haydayapti
She's
yo?
ruminating.
Hey, jirafa. Ey, mehribonligini qarang uni. Vay. Bolaga mazza. Ta'mi yo'q. Bu yerda soat 11 bo'ldi. Rasmga chiqmasa bo'lar ekan.
Hey, how many neck bones or vertebrae do you think a giraffe might have in that 7-foot neck? How many vertebrae, Jeff?
O, o'zing bos.
Don't think of vertebrae your size, an inch tall. Adult giraffe vertebrae are almost a foot tall each. So how many might fit in that 7 foot? 7, yes, thank you, good guess. And you know, you've seen them throwing their heads at each other on the nature shows. You have a really strong neck to do that. Human vertebrae stack one on top of the other, just like this. Giraffe
Ko'shanishi tuyaniki o'xshaydi.
Kalamizni yaxshi olib qo'yarkan bu safar.
swing your head at your buddy at 63 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, so here, I'm going to watch your shooter cut. Here's how it works.
Ayvimni oqlagan bo'lsam tashlang endi suratlarimni.
You
Yaxshi
spend the
olgan
whole
bo'lsangiz
first
aka.
part of the day filling the first
Qanday
chamber
bergan
with your
bo'lsa
full chamber stomach.
shamana qilmasin.
iPhone 13 beryapman sizga.
Oh, there it goes down. Did you see it go down?
Aka men
Now watch.
tushunmayman endi.
Watch. One sec, here it comes.
Tiniq.
I could watch
Osing
that
yana
over
5 talar
and
rasm oldi.
over. And she'll do that. So what she does is when it's fermenting in that first chamber, it starts to cause gas bubbles. And as the gas bubbles start to
Ketdik,
come up,
ko'p
it
olib
makes me
ketdik.
burp.
Rais.
So I rechew it and swallow it again. I do that over and over and over until the consistency of the first chamber is like a smoothie.
Xullas,
Anaqa
Now I can
panoram
see
bo'lganda
through the
qoladigan.
men shu joyda efir to'xtatib, juda uzoq qolib ketdik. Xudo xolasa Kitacon oldiga borganda yana davom ettiramiz. 10 daqiqalarda bo'lsa kerak menimcha. Rahmat.